All of us are eagerly waiting for the next Rashi, which is the Dhanush Rashi or the Sagittarius zodiac sign. Dr. Shiva sir, please let us know the predictions for 2021 for Dhanush Rashi.
Dear Sagittarius viewers, see, you are all very smart and fiery people. Truth is one of the likable criteria in your life. So, I'm happy to share my views on this 2021 predictions for you. So, the 2021 for the Sagittarius, they are all very truth-speaking people, hard worker, fiery nature, clarity, what they want to do, because their sign lord is Jupiter. So Jupiter is always wise planet, knowledge planet. Being a Jupiter's sign, this Sagittarius is very physically and mentally powerful, energetic. So this 2021, how this is going to lead you, or how you are going to treat this 2021 and take it forward, let us discuss. See, Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter, Saturn. I want to integrate all the 4 planetary transit effect, how they are going to react on you with your resourceful individual capacities. See, planetary positions or its transit, these are all similar to all the Rashi people. How the variation comes is, depends on the individual's capacity and whatever the energies they have received during the birth, based on that, that's going to react. Though it is a Sagittarius full sign, 2 and 2-5 nakshatras, 2 and quarter nakshatras are there. Full Moolam, Purvashada or Puradam, and then Uttarashada or Uttiradam, first Pada. This comes under the Sagittarius sign. So initially what happens, the January month, 6th date itself, the Jupiter moves to Shravana Nakshatra. So Jupiter will transit on Shravana Nakshatra in January 6th itself. Saturn is in Uttarashada and Saturn is also in the Shravana Nakshatra already. What happened? Shravana Nakshatra Lord is Moon. Moon is your 8th Lord. 8 means risk, challenges, threats. So when your 8th house is operated, risk and challenges are highly operated. Better to understand this, because dear Sagittarian, you are very much required for us, because you are very much energetic personality and real personalities. The way I like the Sagittarians are, you can hand over, you can assign any job to them.
They are very dependent?
Not dependent, they are dedicated.
Dependable?
Dependable, yeah, you are right.
Okay.
So, dependable, they are reliable. So, this 8th house Lord's star on that, and the Saturn and Jupiter moves, that may be a weakness or a threat on your health, and you will choose all wrong path.
The probabilities?
Yes. And also, basically you are very much short-tempered. That is going to be aggravated. And then the environment may be pointing their fingers on you. That possibilities. Then for the individually for the women, some of the torture or self-inviting problem is waiting for you. The job the working people and the businessmen. The self-invited problems are ahead. So stop, listen and go. This is what I would like to tell you. So this 7.5 years Saturn still, which is there for further 2.5 years, and you need to cross this 2021 also. So you need to be very careful on every moment. The health-wise, some of the threat. Financially still, the scarcity is there with you. You are not able to focus on your responsibilities and duties with the limited resources. So you will invite the new engagements. That is the problem. So this is your nature. You will invite new engagement. Even last year, or during this 7.5 years Saturn's period, what would have happened was a lot of unwanted engagement because of others' advice, wrong advices, wrong ideas. These Sagittarians would have engaged with the others' influence, wrong ideas. Because of that, they are suffering right now. And this year is also will not leave them away. This year is also going to put a lot of things in your mind. You are tend to listen because they may be a close people, closely related, closely friend, and your surroundings, maybe some engagements or commitments between you and them. Those people will put a lot of things on your mind, so you may not be able to avoid, and this is going to give problem to you. You should stand on your status, and you should see that with knowledge, which is good or not. What is your resource? How to proceed? You take time, not to hurry. Take time and decide before you proceed. This is going to be a wonderful technique for you. Better not to get into anything in urgent.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Then will the same technique of stop, listen, go work for all the 3 nakshatras?
Sure, because when the nature or environmental factors are pushing us forward or compelling us forward, what we need to do is we have our own will. See, how does this work is, I would like to take an example. See, previous year closing balance becomes opening balance in this current year balance sheet.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
The previous year closing balance itself in minus for the Sagittarius.
Because of the previous Saturn effect.
Yes.
Okay.
And now also this Saturn and Jupiter means debilitated status, which is going to give same minus effect. This will be remaining for the whole year. But maybe like a risk is a little bit increased now because the 8th Lord's star on that, when the Jupiter and Saturn is moving, the 8th house is also initiated. The risk is accelerated. So they need to be very much careful now. January 6th, that is there. And the March 5th, what happened? The Jupiter is moving on the Dhanishta star. So what happens here? Dhanishta star Lord is Mars. Mars is the 12th house Lord and the 5th house Lord. 5th house means pleasure individually, private life, personal, very much personal. And 12th house is losses and over travels and some of the distraction. And the Jupiter is moving on that. What happens here? They're already distracted. When further disturbances is coming from the environment, so they may not be able to understand what's going on. Before understanding, the next pressure is coming and sitting on them. So what you need to do is you should listen and relax. Be alone each and every day for an half an hour to 1 hour. That's going to help you. Then, when we put that opening balance in our balance sheet, so in the business, what happens? We have this whole year, how we are going to perform in this year, we can bring alteration on our liabilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
If our performance is bringing the profitability, our liability can come down.
Correct.
We have a chance of increasing the profitability. We have an opportunity of the whole year of minimizing our expenditure so that we can bring a lot of productivity inside. When we look at this in this business way, life is also like a business, right? When we also have the balance sheet. I also do the projection of balance sheet for 3 years or 5 years like auditors, because what are all the planets are possible to initiate the expenditures. So whether this year these expenditures are going to be increased or decreased, I can understand. So this year also on your balance sheet, you can, after 1 year you can put the balance sheet, you will see that it's tallying with my word. So your expenditures will be increased. And not these expenditures, beyond your income, this is going to increase. See, up to the level of income, when your expenditures are increasing, so you can manage, okay, whatever the income comes, expenditures, okay, you can tally it. But the previous year liabilities will be remaining. But in this year what happens, beyond the income, the expenditures will be more. Then the previous year liabilities will be carried forward even to the next year also. Because of the shortage, income is similar. When your expenditures are more, so you need to balance the gap. So what you will do is, you are going to bring some other fund from some other area. So that is the name is loan or debts. So your liabilities will be increased. What happens in between? I'll give you an idea. You please focus on your property matters now. When you spend for the properties with a reliable choice, please understand, reliable choice, not with the non-reliable choice. Your karma works as per your choice. Finally, whatever the choice you choose, there the karma works. Later we can understand whether our karma was bad or good based on the result, because the choice is in your hand. So you need to relax first. Your mind is always heated, urgent, because you will allow everything to play on you. You are not having that much of relaxed mind to think and sense whatever the inner soul, inner your Atma speaks. Because this is the weakness in Sagittarius. You do miss to listen your inner voice. This is the biggest weakness. This become a threat in your life. So when you don't listen to your own self, others' verbal voice, pressures, all will occupy you. Kindly understand, dear Sagittarian. So, whatever the understanding you develop, you tend to take decisions accordingly. This is going to be a digging your own grave by your own self. So, 2021 should be very much careful.
So this is what you have been telling about the women also, about the self-inflicted problems and self-invited challenges. And I think this is one of the best remedies, initial remedies that you have suggested also in terms of listening. Listening is a skill which has to be developed by, I think, all of us, not necessarily this Rashi. So how is this balance sheet and finance technique that you have used going to work on the ladies, the children in special, especially, and the businessmen and the adolescents?
Obviously, each and every man or woman, their focus is for the happiness. That is the goal. A businessman is happy because of his profit. A working person is happy because of his financial benefit. A non-working woman is happy because of her happiness depends on the relationship, and through the relationship, the benefit she enjoys, and whatever the service she provides. The children are happy based on the material benefits which they expect. This is what? There is an expectation on each and everyone's mind. Age may be vary, or gender may be vary. Work may be different, but there is an expectation. That is 100%
True.
true. So, when our focus is toward that happiness, depends on the expectation. Ultimately, that is called, I say that profit, or how do they have that know-how, expertise, or performance that they are going to execute, depends on the performance. They can reach that profitability. Even in the life or in the business, the same. Whatever the approach they have, whatever the psychological dynamics they have, whatever the physicality expressions or abilities they have, this is what is going to decide their profit zone, right? So I deeply understand or do the research, what is the psychological dynamics on each and every star or the sign, or in combination with the many other criteria. I do research on that. When I developed the career astrology, and when I provide the prediction to the corporates and the individual business people, I do develop a lot of formulas to do the application. So when we talk in their term, they understand well. So life is like that. So when you want to find the profit zone in your next year, this year, the present time. The present time is God's gift which you have in your hand. How efficiently you are going to use this, that much efficiently the profitability is possible. When you miss this opportunity, that your profit is missed. How carefully, attentiveness, and without wasting any time, sincerity, many criteria are involved here. And the problem is with Sagittarians or in urgent and giving the promise a lot, over-promising, and feeling they are very much compassionate. Because they are very much humanitarian. They look like angry people, short-tempered people, but they are very nice humanitarian. Because of that humanitarian personality, they do have that lot of compassion. So if you ask any help, yes, I will do. If you ask any help, yeah, I will do. This is what they promise, over-promising beyond their capacities. They don't understand the capacity and the promise, whether they match or not. That is the urgency they have. Because of the urgencies, if many people are received your promises, for what and for whom you will react. This is the problem.
சம்ருத்தி மூலிகை தீபயன்னை நல்லதே நினைப்போம் நல்லதே செய்வோம் நல்லதே நடக்கும் சம்ருத்தி மூலிகை தீபதைலம்.
How about a child in this case?
Child in this case, what happened? Hyperactivity will be there. The Sagittarian child is with the hyperaction. And it doesn't know that what to do and what not to do. Play. Overplay.
Okay.
Doctor will name it, okay, this is a hyperactive child.
Oh.
Okay? When you take the Sagittarius child to the doctor, obviously by looking at the child itself, they will name it. It is their energy. It is the nature. Doctor may not understand what is imbibed in them. So, here the understanding is the children of Sagittarius with extraordinary energy, they are not aligned. The energies are not aligned or focused. Okay? Here we need a timetable to be introduced for that children. The timetable and proper focus on the timetable. The elders has to help the child to focus time to time the fixed actions or whatever the engagements. Then that can be focused. You can bring out the maximum benefit from a Sagittarius sign. It's a highly potential.
I can understand. How about the 3 stars which is located in this particular Rashi?
See, Mula Nakshatram especially, it's a special star actually.
Okay.
Mula Nakshatra is ruled by Ketu. So, Moolam or immaterial. They will not value the money or material or property or whatever they have in their hand. They cannot value their own time. This is the number one threat point in them on Mula Nakshatram. So, their thought will be, okay, we wanted to do this and that, we wanted to earn so much and become so big like this, but without the practical know-hows. So, you can see that Mula Nakshatram people, all, they will settle down after 30-35 years only. Their early years are many time, money, energies would have been wasted. So later they will realize, yeah, I wasted this time, what to do? Still they will do because of the pressure, whatever the work comes, that work only they are able to execute, not by their own, they cannot structure themselves properly. So what I want, what is my capacity, what are all the technologies I need to adapt to reach my goal, because the goal is distracted. Goal orientation you cannot see on them. Or whatever the goal they set, that may not be the achievable goal. So they fight a lot with the neighbors or within self and with the family members, and they wanted to be like a king. Everybody should listen to them like that, that they don't want to be as a listener. They want to be always a team player, team leader. So, not ready to play a role in a team. So, what happens, they need to have that proper energy connected people to play along with them, then only they are comfortable. They cannot adjust for the others. So, with a lot of energy. This is another weakness. In middle of the age, they will realize. Before that, a lot of time would have been wasted. This Mula Nakshatra in this 2020, what happens? The Ketu, your own star lord, is indicating the expenditures a lot. Loan litigations or invisible enmity will be rising more, but it will be very much careful. The Purvashada Nakshatra people, they are very much focused on though it is a Dhanurashi, they are very much focused on the material benefit. Right from the childhood. Okay. Material benefit, they are very much focused. They do neatly, they are dressed, presentable. Even in children, Purvashada Nakshatra children, they will express their emotions very neatly. They will stand in front of the mirror a lot of time. They will spend a lot of time in front of mirror. They like to have a lot of dresses, colorful dresses, all jewelries, and even makeup, everything. And Purvashada Nakshatra, during my beauty and astrology research, I found a lot of actors.
In the Purvashada Nakshatra? Actors.
A lot of actors and actors, cinema field or television field. Purvashada Nakshatra people are shining a lot. Many actors are there, even now, present actors, very famous actors and actresses. So, Purvashada Nakshatra's Lord is Venus, a Lord of beauty. So, the Purvashada Nakshatram, Puradam, that has that beauty deposit. We cannot say Moolam is not beautiful. They are beautiful. The expression is more with the Purvashada.
Okay.
Moola people, whatever they come, they express accordingly. Because Ketu, beautifully they cannot express. That is the difference. Moolam also, they look very smart. You can see that skin will be glowing for the Moolam without the makeup itself. So skin is very healthy skin they have. Fiery nature, energy is also there. They look very smart. But the expression, if you see that, will be irritated. So, the Purvashada people, they will express gently. That will be soothing. Here, short-tempered expression. Here, soothing expression. That is the difference. Nothing else. So, Purvashada Nakshatra people are more expressive on their physical body languages, facial indications, sign languages. Even they can speak through eyes and body language, even gesture and postures will be very much attractive and likable. Automatically they will be pushed to the profession of putting them inside the camera, in front of camera.
So the presentation
skills are very high, acting, dancing, all the things they will shine. So in this year, this Purvashada Nakshatra is likely to meet a little bit of difficulties because of the Saturn movement on the Shravana Nakshatra during the time because of water elements. Difficulties are likely to come. Motherly figure may not be cooperative. Through them also you will be blamed for. Right? And not to travel to the watery areas or water related problems are likely to impact you. Then Uttarashada Nakshatra. I can say about Uttarashada Nakshatra, which the character of Uttarashada Nakshatra is more likable. Yes. They are more sincere and truthful. Yes. The energy which they have, there is a saying in Tamil, ஊரு கோடியில கொஞ்சம் நிலவும் உத்திராட நட்சத்திரத்தில் ஒரு குழந்தை இருந்தா பொழைச்சுக்கலாம். This is the meaning of the end of the city should have some piece of land, and in Uttarashada Nakshatra we should have a child, so we will be happy. That shows they are very much responsibility oriented. They are much duty conscious. If elders say something, they have the tendency to listen. They have the ability to do. Not only listening and sitting in a corner. They are having the ability to execute what they listened. They put into action.
Very dutiful children.
Very dutiful. That is the beauty of them. Uttarashada Nakshatra, you see that they never grow belly. Even middle age. Yes, they will be very active. They will not develop any big stomach, or they are very much muscular, or they will be very active, helpful. Even they do good swimming. You know, undergone a lot of research on this nakshatra. The good swimmers, they never fear about anything. They don't have any fear on reptiles, or they don't have any fear on any martial arts. They are good at martial arts. They like to play karate or the silambam or something, and play the hard games like football, basketball, hockey, cricket. They are not very much comfortable, but very hard games they like to play. So that type of the stamina, their agility is very high. It's very high, not lower side. So automatically the burning energy, automated the energy. They are the people, they can receive the energy from the sun directly. Their mitochondria in the cell is very active. That capacity of the mitochondria in their cells or comparatively is more than any other nakshatras. So this is the difference which I could follow and find. So that the Uttarashada people, so they are very smart now, always, and trustworthy, They are trustworthy. Uttarashada, you can believe and hand over, assign anything. They will not cheat.
Oh.
Even total Dhanush Rashi will not cheat.
You were talking about
Yes,
that.
yes, yes. Total Dhanush Rashi will not cheat. And especially Uttarashada Nakshatra people, no? So they will, you can assign any work on them. So this is the general, say. Dear Sagittarians, this is general combinations. Depends on the second house and 8th house, 6th house, and the psychological independent combination, what all the energies have been formed. Depends on that, we can pinpoint the individual nature of a person. So that, but generally, Uttarashada Nakshatra has these are all the qualities. You can assign a lot of private job, and they will
Very confidential
yes, confidential job. They are reliable. Yes, for them. Even during the Saturn's movement on the and Guru's movement on this Shravana Nakshatra, the Purvashada also will undergo a threat. Okay, so need to be very careful and better, because you are a good sportsman, athletic and trekking or hard work nature personalities, not to entertain this type of riskful jobs in first half of the 2021. Then things are okay.
What could be the important dates that a Sagittarian sign should keep in mind?
Important dates, that's the thing. Say especially January 6th, the Jupiter transit on the Shravana Nakshatram up to the March 5th. So between this time, the risk is higher. Yeah.
Okay, they have to be careful.
Whole Sagittarian.
All the Sagittarian, all the Rashis. So now, having told about that the risk is very high or the challenge is very high, please suggest some remedies.
Yeah, sure, that remedies we can suggest. The problem is with the Sagittarians. You know, they don't trust the other external energy, because they are physically very much energetic.
Okay.
The gods' belief or the remedial measures, they don't trust. That's the weakness they have. In with the other combination of the energies, if they trust the remedies or God belief is with them, then they will achieve a lot of success in their life. Because then when they are physically strong, they believe they can do.
Not even a color suggestion or a food habit, will it help them?
No, very later age they will come to
Realize that.
realize. Because they are very much energetic. If you ask them to go and get this, they will go and get this. And they use all physical energy, so that their self-confidence is built on the basis of the physical energy. Because they are fiery people. So they are confident what they are. They will have, in below 30 years of all Sagittarian, they have a strong belief that I can.
Okay.
All children has that.
Yeah.
But this people has more enthusiasm and more overconfidence they have on their abilities. When they fail in between the middle age, in 40s, they start to understand, yes, we thought to do that or this, did not work. If you say that you pray God, yeah, I will do, like that they will not do. And also they cannot focus on the meditation. And they cannot sit quietly for half an hour. They cannot sit because their energy is tempting. They will go out. So if any person who can sit calmly and realize what is going on with their own body, listening to self, they only can understand the time, energy, and they can plan well. There is no proper plan for the Sagittarius.
So the best remedy you are suggesting is listen.
listen.
and have self-awareness,
Yes.
which will create a lot of opportunities for them, and it will play to their confidence levels.
Yes.
What about lighting lamp?
What about lighting lamp? They are not very much interested in lighting lamps or something because they believe what they see.
Okay.
You know, they are very practical. They believe what they see. They cannot believe what they don't see. This is the problem.
Oh,
One of the problem, all Sagittarius, if the luck is good, they will develop a lot. They will touch heights. If the luck is good, the Dasha Bhakti is good, and that is signified towards the positive success. So they will be successful. And they are not a very sincere follower of the spirituality. What is the spirit system? Even to understand, they have to spend time.
I understand.
They feel that that is a waste of time.
Okay.
So the remedy is, even though some Sagittarius people are connected with the spirituality because of the individual combination of the energy which they have received during their birth. So then, though the moon sign is Sagittarius, when the ascendant, means we call it a lagna, ascendant is like Pisces or Jupiter sign or Mercury sign. So those combinations will make them to understand this.
Okay.
If Sagittarius is the moon sign, also the Sagittarius is the sun sign, also the Sagittarius is the ascendant sign, it is very difficult to find the involvement into the spirituality or the invisible energy system. Yeah.
So the best remedy, what Dr. Shiva says, is self-awareness. Listen to yourself. Have your own self-time, your own time, because you have enough confidence and enough energy to tide by those tough challenges which Dr. Shiva has already predicted. With this, we will move on to the next Rashi, which you are all again eagerly awaiting, because this is one of the most important Rashis for this year due to the Saturn's transit. Thank you very much. Wishing all the Sagittarius all the best.
ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ ಹರ್ಬಲ್ ದೀಪತೈಲ. ಒಳಿತನ್ನೇ ಯೋಚಿಸೋಣ, ಒಳಿತನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಒಳಿತೇ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಬಳಸಿ ಸಮೃದ್ಧಿ ಹರ್ಬಲ್ ದೀಪದ ಎಣ್ಣೆ.